going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're en route to Bogotá. We're gonna make a couple of stops on the way there. We're gonna start our trip here in Pereira, where we're gonna pick our rental car up from the airport. So our trip is gonna start there, head up through Chinchina to Manizales, and then skirt the Nevado Ruiz all the way down to Libano. And there we'll stop for the night. I rented an Airbnb for about 37 bucks. Pretty cool view and a jacuzzi, so that should be pretty fun. There, the next day I'm gonna head up to Mariquita, where I have another Airbnb plan. That one was about 50 bucks a night, and it comes with a pool. The temperature over there is a little bit warmer, so it should give us an opportunity to enjoy that pool. Then the last day of our trip, you guys, we're gonna go from Mariquita all the way to Bogotá, stopping in Honda, Guaduas, Villeta, and then finally on to the city of Bogotá. And this route is a little bit longer, you guys, taking us through Manizales instead of traditionally through Ibagué. But I did want to check out the Nevado Ruiz. It's always a very pleasant drive for me there. And the temperature up there is awesome. And passing Manizales, as the elevation starts to climb, we can already tell that temperature starts to go down. We're actually going to go across three major regions of Colombia, you guys. The coffee axis, or Risaralda, Tolimas, or Tolima, the Andes region. That's where Libano and the foothills of the Nevado Ruiz are. And then Magdalena River Valley and the Bogotá Plateau. So this route is going to take us from about 1,400 meters in elevation. That's about 4,600 feet. And that's in Pereira, to over 4,000 meters or 13,000 feet in the Nevado Ruiz. Then from 13,000 feet, we're going to go back down to about 1,600 feet in Honda and go up to about 8,600 feet in Bogotá. And this is another great part about traveling this route, you guys. Every time I come, I meet new tourists that are driving along. Here, I met a couple of people that were stopping in the bus. And you have people visiting the Nevado Ruiz from all over the country, from different countries, actually. So it's another terrific part about making your way up the Nevado Ruiz from Manizales, is that you're going to be seeing a lot of people on motorcycles. There's a great diner that I like to stop in the middle of the road here by the Laguna Negra, or right in front of the Laguna Negra as you see it from the main road. And it always comes just in time because you're starting to get cold, and they have these lovely ladies in the kitchen that make a wonderful soup, so it just heats you up. They always also have agua panela, which is a tradition to have here hot or in cold environments like this. It's like a sugar cane with water, but hot. And after stopping at that small diner, I continue my drive, and check this out, guys. Just the views. The views along this whole route were just incredible. Just stunning views all around. Everywhere you look, you guys, to the left, to the right, there's just always something to look at. It's always also interesting how the vegetation here in Colombia changes by the region that you're at. Because the temperature changes so much, you will get a lot of different types of wildlife, depending on what part of the country you're in. And it looks like we reached Libano, you guys, our final destination for today. I'm going to make my way to the cabin and check in, settle in, and go get something to eat for the night. I didn't bring much to eat on purpose. That way I could check out the town and the town square. And like I mentioned before, for just under 40 bucks, you get this great view. The cabin also comes with a jacuzzi. And access to the whole mountainside where you could walk, which I did the next morning. Took a small stroll before getting back on the road and heading to Mariquita, which is Colombia's fruit capital. And on the road to Mariquita, we're gonna go through the town of Murillo, known as the balcony to the Nevado del Ruiz, for the beautiful landscapes that you get from all around town of that Nevado Ruiz. It's a town that was founded in 1872, and it still keeps a lot of that old Andean town charm or architecture. So I decided to stop in Mariquita, you guys. We're gonna rest up for the night and continue on to Bogotá tomorrow. Mariquita, the fruit city, or La Ciudad Frutera, is Colombia's capital of fruit production. Day 2 of our journey, guys. Today we're gonna be driving all the way to Bogotá and passing through the city of Honda and a couple of other small towns. So I'm gonna take you guys with me. All right, let's go. After an hour drive from Mariquita, we arrived in Honda, a city founded in 1539, also known as the City of Bridges. It was quickly established as one of the very important port towns in colonial Colombia. And as for today, Honda serves as a key stop for travelers that are moving between the Magdalena Valley and the Bogotá Highlands. Here I stopped at the historic town center. This town center in Honda is a national monument of Colombia with over 40 colonial era-style buildings, narrow, winding streets. Like, for example, Calle de las Trampas, which was actually deliberately built with sharp turns to confuse pirates and river raiders during the colonial period. And from the town center, I'm going to hop back in the car and check out Navarro Bridge before it closes. So we parked up there. Check this out. I have a little gym out here. And I was looking forward to visit this bridge, you guys. This is the first steel bridge that was actually built in Colombia and one of the first ones built in South America. It was built around 1898, and the steel structure was manufactured in the United States. We're passing now Puente López, and we're about to pass the new bridge over in Honda. So there's 3 that I'm counting so far, and I know there's 2 more in the city. It's no wonder they call it the City of Bridges. Before Bogotá is the town of Guaduas. Guaduas is actually a pueblo patrimonio of Colombia. It was declared so for its preserved colonial architecture and historical significance. The town's layout and whitewashed buildings reflect Spanish colonial design, with the Plaza de la Constitución as the main point in the center. We're going to be seeing that plaza coming up here pretty soon. And like everywhere in Colombia, safe parking is usually pretty easy to find. Just find one of these public parqueaderos and usually pay for about 1,000 or 2,000 pesos per hour. That's about 50 to $1 per hour. Here in Plaza de la Constitución, I'm gonna go ahead and have some lunch. I saw a restaurant over here coming up with a pretty cool view of the plaza. And check this out, you guys. $53K or $12 for a tomahawk steak. A 700 gram tomahawk steak. I'm not going to have that now because it's a little bit much. Nevertheless, that's a really good price for a steak that in the U.S. would cost you at least $100, $150. At least. And our last stop before reaching the city of Bogotá is Colombia's Sweet City. known for its major role in the panela production all over the country. The city of Villeta. Panela making is central to the town's economic identity, so you could find it everywhere in blocks, candies, or drinks like agua panela. And they even actually have an annual festival at La Panela. It celebrates the heritage, the music, dance, and tradition of the city with games. And this was a big treat for me, you guys. These empanadas are actually more like the Cuban traditional empanadas, like that style, on the contrary to the rest that you'll have here in Colombia. So I had to stop, sit in the park, and enjoy the view. After Villeta, I have about an hour left for Bogotá. Something that I haven't mentioned or shown, there's been probably about 4 or 5 tolls so far, about 12 to 15K each, but nothing too bad. And it looks like we're finally arriving in the city of Bogotá, the high altitude capital. Bogotá sits about 8,660 feet above sea level, and it's one of the highest capitals in the world. Has a population of about 8 million people. It's looking like more like 10 million people now with the migration shift recently. It's cool, spring-like year-round, about 57 degrees Fahrenheit with frequent afternoon shower. And it's one of Colombia's major transportation hubs, with El Dorado International Airport as the busiest airport in the country. It's gateway for trips to nearby attractions or anywhere across the world. This concludes my video for today. Please share, like, and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. See you next time.